I am a little worried about what's going to happen in 2024. I won't lie. If it ends up being a Trump Biden runoff, what do you think happens, especially if Trump wins?
I think that if you're not preparing for that eventuality, it would be wise to prepare for that eventuality. The highest two probabilities are that either Trump wins the presidency or Biden wins the presidency. So just speaking practically again, mentally, as a business owner, as a father, as a husband, I'm preparing for one of these two things. There's a 90% chance that one of these two things is going to happen. So let me be ready for that. And then the last 10%, I'll let surprise me. Right. But I mean, who knows? It's difficult. It's also important to understand that we all focus on the president. The president, what powers the president has are granted to them by the legislative branch. We've gone through about a 30-year period where our legislative branch has been giving more power to the executive branch, specifically because the legislative branch is trying to cover their own ass. They want to be lifetime legislators. They don't want to be responsible for the people, and they don't want to be accountable to the people. So instead, they want to be able to say, you voted me into office, and the president doesn't let me do my job because I gave him all of my authority. So part of what we need to do is see the legislative branch take back the power from the president, which they can do with a vote. The president doesn't need to give them power back. They can take power back, but they do need to give the president power. He can't take power from the legislative branch. So in both cases, whether it's Biden or whether it's Trump, the real impact there is just how the world sees the United States. And then the fact that both presidents have the right to build their cabinet however they choose to build their cabinet. So they both are going to bring in their cronies. They're both going to bring in their yes people. They're both going to bring in people who are biased towards their own political futures. Nobody really at the top is thinking about what's in the best interest of the American people, because we've created this self-licking ice cream cone where politics is about rewarding the politician with politics instead of there's no incentive to serve the American people, especially not when the American people are split like we're split right now. So it's tough, man. It's tough. And I will say that what my wife and I keep an eye on is it's less about whether or not Donald Trump becomes president, and it's more about how will individuals exercise their legal powers? How will individuals exercise their civic responsibilities when the outcome is announced?
That's a fancy way of saying something.
Yeah. Will they revolt?
There we go.
Or will they go to the fucking table and vote every 2 years on the lowest levels of government so that you can actually affect a change in the government?